Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First play, here's Cousins.
Open here, Adam Thielen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet, he's going to have the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue. First down, here's Cousins.
That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins again.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
The 7th play now in this opening drive. This is 3rd and long now. Again, it's Cousins. Complete. Smith has it.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line.
And that is not near enough. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one will not get there. Top to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And Detroit getting set to go now. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 51 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can touchdown,
Detroit!
DeAndre Swift his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard into the 24.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 8. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Rolling to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Lions at 11-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. But as we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Cousins. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, it's Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Under pressure, they got him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
A second fake. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A gain of 3, second down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Steps away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there and move the chains.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll buy some time right. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Second and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
The final shot before break here. Goff.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10.
At their own 27. On the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys to...
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Deshaun Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
So here come the Lions now.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Once again, it's Swift.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's got it to about the 40.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 36.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Throwing now, Goff. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Cousins to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Bullock's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's going to be a big play.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Play fake. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. His throw incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've got to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one, they've made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD.